Okay, I'm in my car. Oops, sorry Mike. I've got my earphones on. What am I doing? I'm going to Gavin's house. He lives up there. I'm just going to drive up. I'm just making sure the mic's working alright. I've got my neutral. It's going to be difficult, this. Right, okay. There's no one coming, so I should be alright. Can you see up there? I'm bound to crash the car or something on the first take of the film. Oh, how have I done that? I'm all trapped, hold on. Oh, fuck me. What a waste to film this is. Fucking hell. The cable's caught. Okay. There's the little car. We bought that for this job. Looking good. What's up to the exhaust? Hasn't got the milk in yet. Hey,
hello, mate. Cheers.
It's your milk.
How you doing?
I'm alright. What's happened to the car?
It's fucked.
Is that really fallen off?
Yeah.
I thought they told you it was a new one.
Yeah, I know, but it just fell off. It's just corroded at the back. It's really untidy, which is...
You were meant to tidy up Julia with fucking
I know, man, but she didn't give me enough time, sorry. I was running around, like, dropping the kids off and everything. By the time I got back, you know, fuck it.
How long have you been working out of this room, Gav?
About 10 years. What do you mean by working out?
Yeah, like actually doing your main recording.
Yeah, I've sort of, pretty much for about 10 years.
Shit.
Obviously it's not been set up like this. This is the best it's ever been, actually.
So what's this board, Gav? Is that like a...
This is, it's just like a notice board. We had the bailiffs round. So that, obviously, that is there.
Is that the bailiff's notice?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, I didn't see that, dude.
Man, the amount of money that they've whacked on top, it's like 800 quid. It's now like 1,167. I tell you what, man, that's a plum job in there, being a bailiff. Obviously, there's hassle, but...
Fucking hell.
You get a lot of money.
They put 300 quid on?
Yeah. So, we've had that. I've got to pay that in 3 weeks. And,
is that council tax or...?
Yeah, it's council tax. But Judy didn't tell me about it, so I didn't really know. Anyway, so that's that. And the other stuff is like school stuff and calendar and shit.
Okay. You can spark that up.
Yeah, I can only smoke in the kitchen.
Got no colour in my face. I'll gather pace. I'll gather pace. I got no touch, I got no taste. I'm laid to waste. I'm laid to waste. No, there'll never be another who roams away. You roam. I'm on my knees, I'm on my knees. It's raining stones, it's raining stones.
Oh yeah.
Right.
This is your kitchen?
This is the kitchen, which I've had time to sort of tidy up.
Yeah, this is a different story, innit, in here?
This is probably where I do a lot of writing, especially like with Clayhill stuff and stuff that gets sent up.
Yeah.
Because I tend to just throw it. Not my own thing, that sort of. But it's where I write a lot of lyrics.
What actually happened with Clayhill? Because obviously this whole documentary, from my perspective, all came about from turning up the day that you had that phone call.
We didn't sell any records,
Right.
basically. I think that's the long and short of it, and I just don't think the label had any money to keep it going, or they saw it as a sort of lost cause or whatever. I'm not sure really. So we made we ended up doing sort of like 4 records with them, a couple of mini albums and a couple of albums. So
it's probably the most productive because you've been signed twice, haven't you?
yeah, I originally was Sunhouse, which didn't really last very long at all. It was like just under 2 years.
Shit.
Yeah, and we sort of got dropped, but we sort of got we sort of got dropped because I sort of lost it really.
Yeah.
And God man, I was in a really awful. it's just a complete nut job. I mean, this is the whole problem now. I feel really nervous and shaky and about doing a solo thing because I haven't got the confidence. It seems really weird, you know what I mean? Because I've made records and obviously I've done a lot of gigging and stuff like that, but I'm sort of deep in the core of me, I'm just a bit fucked up. I sort of split 50-50 between thinking I'm a complete twat and the other half thinks I'm fucking brilliant, you know, and it's sort of depending on how the day goes is depending on whether I can get up and do it, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, if you just explain where this is all leading to, the idea that we've had about doing a gig in that living room.
The idea really is to start off by doing a gig in my own front room.
Yeah.
And take it from there. And then start, instead of just sort of skip all the bullshit, do you know what I mean? Because I just can't take it anymore. It just does my fucking head in.
So like if someone, how does it move from one place to the next place?
Well, the idea is that whoever, you know, like this first gig, a few people will come and there'll be a few people invited. You know, it probably won't be more than about 15, I would have thought. And then somebody who's come invites you to play at their house, and then we sort of, you know, arrange to play at their house a month later. Could end up, you know, I don't know, in Japan or somewhere, do you know what I mean? Because someone from Japan might come to the gig and go, why don't you come play at my house in Japan? Which would be great.
So the whole idea is it's like a tour of people's living rooms?
Basically, yeah. So that's the idea.
Fantastic.
But you know, who knows if I can't do the first gig, that's not going to happen, is it? Lying awake at night thinking of all the living rooms I could have played all over the world. Because, yeah, I could have been massive in Bangkok.
Fantastic. Okay, well I'll cut it there, Gav. We'll go and try and get that exhaust sorted.
Yeah, okay, mate. Yeah.
Does it sound any louder?
Yeah, check this out, mate. Yeah. It's really loud, isn't it?
I like your code.
It's great, isn't it? Half a daily.
Stick a pony in the pocket. I'll get you a lovely deal.
I love that tune. You know that one of Funny Fools and Horses?
Yeah, baby.
Oh, you know what I got, man? This Christmas, the Chaz and Dave Christmas box. I'll play it when I get back. Fucking hell. Fucking calm. I've been living in Stoke now longer than I've lived anywhere. I've been here for over 15 years. But I still feel like weird. Although I don't feel weird, but I feel like set apart. So it's like living in a sort of foreign city, although I sort of feel part of it as well, because all my kids have got like Stoke accents. And
How many kids have you got?
Michael is the eldest, is 15. There's Jake, that's 12, and Martha, that is 9. They're both brilliant on guitar, the two lads. And I was, you know, thinking back to when I was that age, it just seemed like a sort of another planet and another world, you know what I mean? Actually being able to play the guitar just seemed completely alien, like it was an impossible thing to do. And no one in my family's like musical or anything, so it was only really that, I guess it was only really that everything changed for me, I guess, when my dad died when I was about 18, and I got a guitar then, and I sort of used it to, I don't know, take my mind off it, I guess. And all, yeah, I used the guitar and all them drugs, and to take my mind off it, and I carried on taking my mind off it for like too long anyway, and fried my head. But I did sort of learn. I learned enough to write anyway, which is what I really wanted to do.
Do you think that's the beginning of where your songwriting came from, your dad dying, and that depth of emotion that obviously that's, I mean, your songs seem to go right to the root, don't they? And
well, I didn't.
Did you never used to write before your dad passed away?
Like I said, it just seemed completely impossible thing to be able to do. And then because I was such a late starter, I didn't actually realise that I could sing till I was about 22. I mean, it was when I don't know, when we first moved up to Stoke and we first met, I was about 21, and it was then, only just then, that I realised that I could actually sing. And I wrote a good song, and that's the sort of first time it happened. But up until then, I didn't really, I don't know. I was really rubbish. There was a point when Judy was better on the guitar than me. She could only play about 4 chords. Anyway. But yeah, I reckon that's where it kicked off from. I thought, the thing is though, I don't know. There's sort of another place music does take you. It's sort of, I don't know. It's the only thing like it. Well, for me it is anyway.
So how would you normally record? I mean, obviously you've got 3 kids and Judy. Do you record in the day or at night? And
when I'm recording, getting ideas down, I just have to do it. So there's loads of stuff with the kids having an argument and then people banging on the door and all that sort of shit. But you've got a lot. All those sort of ideas that I laid down.
Yeah.
You've heard like loads of that sort of stuff. Otherwise, I just either have to. I need to make sure no one's upstairs, because any sort of movement upstairs just picks straight up. But as long as they're in that room there with the door shut and there's no sort of massive kick-offs or anything, I can get pretty quiet. But the best time is like. The problem is, right, it used to be, when the kids were a bit younger, it used to be night. But now that they're like, Mike's 15, he wants to stay up with me and watch, Kirby Enthusiasm, which doesn't start till 11, so I'd have to be sort of like, up till 3 in the morning, and then up, first thing making sandwiches, so it doesn't really work out, so I just have to sort of, hope for the best, really.
And so the whole album is going to be recorded here. I mean, what's the basic setup for these recordings?
Well, this is basically the setup. Just that mic. There's, pretty much that's it. It's just making sure that it's just a level thing, really, and that's about it. Because it sounds really great. The mic sounds really good. It's not like a really expensive mic or anything. It's about 100 quid, but it just is good. It sounds sort of a bit rough and ready. If I can remember it.
So now you come and claim well, the relief and the grain is pulling me between veneration loneliness and the light. Red, I'm on a roll. Inspiration. You look away from the red leaf to gray. But I cut the figure of a fool. You look away from the old skies to the grey. 'Cause I cut the figure of a fool.
That's about. I've not finished writing it yet. Well, in fact, I haven't really written it at all, apart from that look away bit.
That's beautiful, honestly, man. That's absolutely beautiful. So, where are we off to today, then, Gav? Obviously, we both know, but
Yeah, we're off to the place where we first met, which was Alton Towers, and well, around that way. So we're off to Alton, and Cotton, I think it's called, where we sort of first, because people don't believe it, but we did actually, you know, used to work at Alton Towers, and that's how we sort of started hanging out together.
what's your first memory of me?
We ended up meeting at this party, like loads of people from Alton Towers went up to a party in Manchester, and I can't remember the exact thing, but it was skinning up or something, and then we were sat out in the garden, and I was like, "Alright mate," and you were like, "Alright mate," and I was like, is this guy taking the piss, or is he genuinely from where I come from? So everything I was saying, you were going, "Yeah, do me a favour, knock it on the end," know what I mean? So, and then I sort of got it, and then it was really funny, and then at that moment it was
like heart to heart, wasn't it?
It was a friendship for life. We went to the garage, man, and it was just hysterical. I've had sort of happier moments, do you know what I mean, where I, you know, with like family or whatever like that, but there's long chunks of periods of time where I was really happy then. It was great. It was really, really simple. It was like my life was pretty much working doing the chips at Alton Towers, getting really mashed on hot knives, and living in a caravan, you know, and hanging around with you and just having a crack.
I was in She Talks to Angels at the time, and I remember, as you do when you're 17 or whatever, think, you know, I'm going to conquer the world. And that was around the first time I ever saw you play one of your songs. I can't remember what song it was you played, but I remember it being in Midge Ogilvy's kitchen. He had that beautiful house, didn't he, up Highwood Road?
Yeah.
That was within that week, I think. And I mean, I've probably said it in the press a few times, but I remember that when I saw you play that time in that kitchen, I was like, you know, that was what basically made me decide that I was never going to be a musician. So it was probably the best thing that ever happened to me, to be honest.
Yeah, it was right there. You see where that caravan is there?
Yeah.
That's where our van was. That was definitely where.
Was it your mum's caravan?
It was a mum's caravan, and it was. Fuck it, where am I going to put the car here?
Pull up on there, Gav. Just on that bit of ground. So how long did you live in the caravan?
It's about 8 months, and I don't know, man. I was sort of really naive then. Yeah.
What age were you? 20?
I was 21. But you know, I was sort of that emotionally. God, I don't know. I sort of seemed to feel older than I was, but looking back, I was just a knob. The worst thing was, right, I was a real twat. I didn't even realise it. Judy being pregnant to me was just like, oh fucking hell, yeah, wicked. You know, she's like, she's getting a bit, I don't know, it was like it wasn't really happening. She'd get a little bit of a bump and then it'd get a bit bigger. And but I remember I was such a lazy twat. We had her like a portaloo. She was fucking about 7 months pregnant. I used to just be sitting in the fucking caravan with the fucking hot lights going, getting really fucked, and I'd see her like walking up emptying the fucking toilet. Really fucking big. And I'd be like, oh, it's really good for her, man, she needs it for labour. Fucking what a twat. So fucking out of order. It's just like, God, why did you ever stay with me?
The fire's up and burning, bees are sweating lust. The mother of my children, sleeping in the cusp. I know the harvest's over and they never came for us.
That was quick.
I know, man.
Right then.
Oh, fucking hell, I knew you were going to do it. I don't know how to do the fuck. What the fuck? Fuck. Shane. What have you done? How did you fucking get up? What? Oh, come on, where's the fucking button for the hazards?
Fuck. I did.
Is that it? Oh, yeah. You fucker.
Where have you been?
You alright?
Yeah.
I'm only about 2 minutes late. 10 minutes late.
Come on in, sucker.
Oh, Shane.
There's a coffee in here, mate.
Thanks, mate. I know. It's fucking...
You're on camera.
I know, but I wasn't prepared.
Was you not?
No.
You doing? Is that the same stuff you've been wearing?
I'm doing the David Attenborough thing.
Yeah.
Like the David Attenborough of rock. Do you know what I'm saying?
Is...
To wear the same clothes all the time.
Hold on. What's that noise, Ali?
So that I always look. So that, yeah. Anyway, so the idea is. I don't know what the idea is really, but it just sort of saves me thinking about. I need to wear something different every day.
Yeah. Well, and also it means we can cut the material together really easily because you'll always be in the same clothes.
Yeah. So I've been wearing the same thing for about, I don't know, 3 weeks.
Yeah. Well done.
Yeah.
There's your coffee, mate.
Cheers, mate. Thanks.
Are you going to drink it?
Oh, can you turn it off?
Yeah. Yeah, we're not doing very well today, are we, Gav?
What, mentally, you mean?
Yeah.
No, well, it's been a bit. I'm not sure whether it's just the build up for me, whether it's the build up to doing this gig, but I just fucking have gone alright. High anxiety. The last couple of days has just been a real nightmare. But I think now that we've set a date, and now that it's, I realise that it's just going to be me and a guitar, and I've never done it. That's what's set me off, and I just anyway. Sorry, man.
No, it's good.
So
man.
I'm
It's all right.
like a bit of a. I don't know. I guess I'm not as. I don't feel as relaxed as I have been feeling.
It's not that one. I think it's one of these. If you park in one of these spaces, it's somewhere here, mate. It's one of these. I mean, it might not be a studio anymore, but we can track you want to tell people why we're coming to the studio? What we're looking for?
We're looking for reel-to-reel to run the recordings through, to give them a warm feel. So hopefully they're going to be able to sort us out.
Right, video me now then, quick.
Yeah, okay. So what happened then, Shane?
When?
Just a minute ago, the conversation, obviously we've not filmed it, but he's a big fan of your films, isn't
Yeah, I've just managed. I mentioned Dead Man's Shoes, and he said that he liked it, and so we're going to be able to come back in a bit. He's just mixing down at the minute.
Yeah.
It's mixing down.
Excellent.
Yeah, baby.
That's the little 4-track.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's an old T-Hack, is it?
Yeah. It's got a little mixing desk that comes with it.
That's all right, Gavin. That's the sort of thing we're looking at, isn't it? Like, because these aren't that expensive, are they? These sorts of things.
No, that's great.
No.
Mate.
So, what's going to be the damage then for? What we're looking at? It's going to be best to cut down price, because this thing's on a tab budget.
I'd let you have that for 15 quid.
15?
Yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. That's the best look ever, isn't it? That is unbelievable. I've been looking on the internet for about a week and a half, and then we come to one place in Burton.
I know, thanks mate, cheers. Yeah.
Isn't that incredible?
Absolutely amazing, mate.
I wish I wasn't on it, but there you go.
No, you look wicked.
No, I don't. I've just started training, like so.
Very photogenic.
Really? Dirts your arm, doesn't it?
It really, my arm is better.
Can you imagine how I was when I did that 14-minute take in the kitchen?
Yeah.
Am I even on that?
Like 20 minutes.
Yeah, that's since we started.
Oh, right.
Don't get me car. Anyway, it's not longer than mine. Where's it?
Oh, please, thank you.
Yeah, hold that.
Just tell me how to press it.
Fucking.
Hailing the streets of sorrow, a view below. I watch you button up your coat, turn your collar and then go. I had a dream I was young, sun across my back, way out on the ocean. I had a dream it was mine, the winner of my life, I'd left it far behind.
Hey, brain cake. Hey.
Hey, mate.
Hey, it's the boys.
Go on.
Go on, you alright? How are you, brain
How you
cake?
doing, mate?
Cool, how you feeling? You're looking alright.
Yeah, I mean, God knows, I'm pretty shaky,
Yeah.
but I'm just like, I don't know. I'm sort of sick of being scared, really.
Yeah.
I find it really irritating now. It used to consume me before, and now I just find it like, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, it's an inconvenience, isn't it?
It is. It's just really, really annoying. And I've got a few get-out clauses. I've got a few songs that I know just completely backwards,
Yeah.
and are really easy to play. And obviously, like there's a couple of old Sunhouse tunes and one sort of spiritual one that I've got, which is
Convert the whole audience to
yeah,
Christ.
it's not really like that, but it's more of a sort of I don't know. Anyway, so it's good. I should be alright if I completely, because the thing here, I just can't feel my fucking hands. I think it's like I don't know if it's like a fear or adrenaline thing where all the blood goes to your head and body, because I can really feel my arse. It's twitching. But that happened when I got married to Julie. I couldn't feel my hands.
Shit.
But my arse was twitching. You could I could feel it like going, and it was actually like lifting up and down like that.
Oh man, I don't need to know that. Really.
Yeah, no, totally.
Yeah. Okay, just find a space. Obviously, smaller ones at the front. You
I can sit on the floor.
Sit on the floor, yeah. Good job. You can tell Mike's been to festivals. Okay.
Fucking hell, mate.
Right.
Thank you for coming. I've never ever done a gig on my own before, and basically it's because I sort of fried my head on drugs when I was younger, and it's turned me into like Shaking Stevens. So I am absolutely fucking shitting it actually, but I'm gonna fucking try. But you know, yeah. Anyway, so I'll just thank you, son. Okay. So I'm gonna. The problem is, what happens, right, is I can't actually. I get nervous and I can sort of sing and everything, but I can't feel my hands, so it's difficult to play. But I'm gonna try. So you'll have to bear with me. After a few tunes, I should be alright.
Open up the windows, I'm reeling in the heat.
Oh, fucking hell.
It's okay.
Sorry, man.
Take your time, Gav. It's cool.
I'm going to have to do something else.
Do you see?
Right, this is fucking cringy. Okay.
Don't you worry, mate.
Fuck this.
The city lights flick to display. Bang, there goes another day. The believers in the basement, they are singing songs about a way to be reborn and regenerate. But none of this communicates to me. Up here on the second floor, I've forgotten what I'm waiting for. A friend, a brother, mother, woman, maybe. But I have all these and they're so fade, emotionless and considerate to me. And it's a hard song, a hard song. It's been beating on my back. It's a hard sun, it shines its light on me. It's a hard sun that's been beating on my back. It's a hard sun, it shines its light on me. The silver clock chimes off again, reminds me of my childhood pain and the burden that was lifted when I made it to the city. Disillusioned and full of hate, but a member of the mother state and free. At empty walls I sit and stare, I sense a feeling in the air. In the throes of thought I wonder, can I make it on my own? But deep down in my heart I know that I ain't never ever going home. And it's a hard sun that's been beating on my back. It's a hard sun, it shines its light on me. Thank you very much. So we were going to go off and then do an encore, but I think we're just going to stay on. So, yeah. then there weren't no limit. Back then there weren't no swerve. The earth was ours and all that's in it, as long as we could hold our nerve. Back then the heavens opened. Back then there weren't no sound. The sky was ours and each star in it, as long as we could hold our ground. We were wild, wild, and that's our nature. From the tip to the sail around. We were wild, wild, could not distinguish the room from the measured bound. We had it all. Oh, we had it all. But it's worth nothing now. Fortune rolled in plastic, but it felt like coin. The earth was ours and all it offered, and every single star was joined. We were wild, wild, and that's our nature. From the tip to the sail around. We were wild, wild, could not distinguish the marks from the wavered bow. We had it all. Oh, we had it all. But it's worth nothing now. Take me away. Will you take me away? Will you take me away? Will you take me away? We ain't over the worst of it yet. There's a whole lot of faces and places I'm trying to forget. I haven't found yet my groove in the world. He'd have flung stars into space, he ain't likely to tell. One day I'll figure where I can relate, and I'll lose my Bermondsey stutter before it's too late. I'm alone with my hopes and my scars. There are 5 points to life, but I can't recall what they are. I've traveled far, I built my own cage. If I trace a rainbow with my fingertip, I'm saved. One day I'll figure a way to escape, and I'll lose my Bermondsey stutter before it's too late.